It's important to understand that the press is primarily a click maximizing machine, not a truth maximizing machine. If you're not a click maximizing machine, well, you don't get the clicks and then you don't get the revenue and then the company goes under.
Yeah.
So the entire incentive structure is maximize clicks, not maximize truth. And so that's why you'll have sort of incendiary headlines that are like really way over the top, because often the truth is boring and complicated, or it's like a sort of version of the truth that will be more salacious. So that's the situation with the media.
At this point, you can easily see that MelonieMactivists are complaining for the sake of complaining. Per usual, they didn't even do any research to find out whose face this belonged to. Shocker, just like last year's Xbox Game Showcase. Microsoft released a press release right after their presentation and revealed Joanna Dark's face model is a model named Alyssa Bibod. Yes, that's her face. That should be the end of the discussion. But of course, as we know any bad faith actors, they can't go down without a fight. They'll make the argument about this isn't how Joanna Dark is supposed to look. Okay. Yeah. Whatever you say, man. Sure. Do I honestly think there are cardinal rules when it comes to Joanna Dark's likeness? No. She was portrayed in a few different ways. Wide jaw, slender jaw, whatever. It's not a crime. It's just pathetic how the female anatomy is being weaponized in order to create fake outrage. They really want this to be some trans person so badly, or else they can't get clicks and views. We all know this is supposed to be a woman, and you're just bullshitting if you say otherwise. Having a wide jaw is not a feature exclusive to men. In fact, many women in Hollywood have this type of jaw or one of similar shape. Roll the montage. Even that lady who's Maria in the Silent Hill remake, with a name nobody can pronounce, Salome Gunnarsdottir, she too has a square jaw. Even the very first Wonder Woman that came out in 1940 was drawn with a wide jaw. No outrage for over 80 years now. So if you're calling this woke, you have to basically call half of entertainment woke, otherwise you're being disingenuous. It's obvious they wanted a model with blue eyes and a square jaw. Obviously they find square jaws attractive, and it helps that they're very easy to notice. So they brought on Alyssa Bibod. My guess is that they probably wanted somebody that closely looked like Milla Jovovich, because she is well known when it comes to the gaming industry for her starring in all those Resident Evil movies years ago. Were you honestly expecting her to look more like a cartoon character? I understand if certain gamers don't like realistic graphics, and they prefer stylish, cartoony graphics. Western developers, however, never had long-lasting success with cartoony graphics. They're saying how Microsoft is desecrating Joanna Dark when Joanna Dark never had much success to begin with. I highly doubt that these adults that are whining about Joanna Dark today never even thought to purchase Perfect Dark Zero when it was a launch title for the Xbox 360. It didn't even sell 2 million copies. No surprise that the series was shelved for nearly 20 years. It's a miracle how Rare is still even around today, seeing that many of their cartoony games flopped on Xbox consoles. When you think of in-demand games today, you think of Call of Duty, Cyberpunk 2077, Hogwarts Legacy, Baldur's Gate 3, Red Dead Redemption 2. Each of these games have done insanely well, and it's all thanks to how they present themselves as stories with characters that feel like actors. Western devs feel it's more worth it to try and make the next GTA than it is to try and make the next Mario, and they're not wrong for thinking that, given the history with the market. You're largely mistaken if you were expecting Joanna Dark to look like a cartoon character, because clearly, they don't think that's the right direction to go in. They want a natural-looking face with working muscles, because real actresses have faces with working muscles. Will it look as good as the real thing? Nope. But they don't have a choice when everything else in the game looks realistic. Don't expect female characters to have wide anime eyes, a skinny nose, and a pecan-shaped face every time. They're not wrong to think that way. If colorful anime games were unanimously selling like hotcakes on every single platform, you know they would still be making those kinds of games.